Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. I hope today has been treating you well. Welcome to the first day of Everyday October. Day 1 of 31 where I'm going to be posting every single day this month. And I'm starting the month by looking back over the last month at everything that I was loving in September, everything that I tried that was new. Now that I've had a little bit more time to play with it, now that I have sort of formed my opinions on a lot of these products and what I think about them, now that I've had a little bit more time to play. So I'm going to start by talking about some of like the miscellaneous products that I've been loving in September, starting with a brand that I know I've mentioned on my channel before. It's not necessarily makeup related, but just stick with me. Wild, you know, the deodorant brand. I've got two products that I wanted to talk about. One because I love and one because I've got questions. And let me know if you have this issue as well. It is the most niche issue I think I've ever mentioned on my channel. The shower gel. The one that I have in here currently, it's like a refillable metal thing, lives in my shower. Just noticed is completely filthy. I currently have Thunderstorm in my refill for the shower gel. I love the way that it makes my skin feel. Obviously, it's a shower gel. It cleans me. And I like the way that it makes my skin feel afterwards. Not sort of tight or stripped, anything like that, but still clean. The smell, firstly, Thunderstorm, really don't like, unless you are a teenage boy. Which I'm guessing a lot of you aren't. Some of you might be. Thunderstorm is not the one. I have other favourites for the shower gels that I love. Thunderstorm is not it. That's not necessarily what I was wanting to mention today though. If you have tried any of the shower gel refills from Wild and you have a cat, does it have some sort of effect on them? Honestly, every time I come out the shower, like while my skin is still a little bit wet, both of my cats start by sort of licking at my legs and then they will just, it's like a switch flips inside of them. It's like a visceral reaction and then they feel like they have to attack my legs. It's like it's got catnip in it or something, this shower gel. I have so many scratches on like the bottom half of my legs because I get out the shower and then I come in here to do my skincare, and a lot of the time the cats follow me, and whilst I'm still wet they attack my legs, and it only happens when I use that shower gel. I've tried other shower gels thinking maybe it's like the water on my skin, something like that. It's the scent of that, and also sometimes I've like washed my hands with that shower gel and then they chew like in between my fingers. Does anybody else have that reaction from their cats? I feel like I'm going insane mentioning this on the internet, but I have that reaction and I'm like, what is in that shower gel? Like it's got catnip in it, truly. Because the reaction that I get from my cats when I use that shower gel is on another level. My shins cannot take being gnawed at. One more time. And then the other, so that was like a slight unfavourite. I don't really love the scent, but I also really don't like the way that my cats attack me after I've used it. The deodorant, however, if you go into Superdrug, they have the refills for the Wild deodorants. They have a limited, not a limited edition one, but it's like one that only Superdrug has. I think it's like Candy Floss or something like that. It is so good. It's like a perfume and you can actually smell it on yourself like throughout the day. Obviously, or not obviously if you don't know, but I work in a kitchen. So as I'm like reaching up to something, like if I'm getting something off a high shelf, I'm like, I smell good. It's so sweet and it's like I could actually just bite into it, and like I won't, but I could. It smells so good. I also want to know if anybody else has got the wild cases, and have you had the old version and then they've redone them to supposedly be better? Is the difference that much that I need to upgrade to the new case? I know these cases are meant to last forever, but apparently they've like upgraded them, because this one gets real dirty like around the top. And I'm wondering if the new ones don't necessarily do that. And then lastly, for products that I haven't tested this month, I promise I'm trying to be quick. The Beauty Bay Liquid Highlight. This is in Pearl. I'm not wearing it today because I didn't think that far ahead, but this, I have used this like pretty much every single day this month, because this month in my Project 10 Pan series, Project 10 Uses, sorry, series, I had cream base products. I've been loving mixing this in with the cream blush that I've been using. So I've been applying the blush and then tapping a little bit of this over and just using the same brush to like blend it all out and blend it in together. I've been loving it, and I can't believe that this like came out. Did this come out in the spring? Like, it came out a while ago and I really hadn't used it all that much. I'd used it here and there. I'd mainly mixed it in with the liquid blushes from Beauty Bay. But this just on its own is beautiful. And this month, like I say, I think I've used it every single day. Like, just for work. That's the level that I'm at. This is definitely, minus the lashes. I'm wearing lashes today. This whole look will be coming tomorrow. This is an everyday sort of look for me, so I've definitely been embracing a liquid highlight. I didn't think that that would ever happen, but really been loving that. So on to, oh, I also wanted to mention, I did a I always say boohoo and it's not, it's boho moon order for some rings and also some bracelets. I do have another bracelet. I have a few other rings as well, but I have this bracelet that's just beautiful, but I can't get it on by myself. I need help with that one. However, this one is just like a clasp, so I can get that on by myself. And then I have a few rings, obviously not the engagement and wedding rings, but the others. And I have a few more. I'm going to be talking about those next month, I think, because I want to talk about these for like Black Friday. I'm already thinking that far ahead, but anyway, for products that I first tested in September, the first video that went up, I was trying out the new products from the Pastel Roses. These are so pretty. So the eyeshadow palette, this is in 02. I have used this so much. I don't even really like pinks, but these are beautiful. I didn't think that I would enjoy the mattes as much as I have out of this palette, because like I said, I don't really like pinks, and Pastel Roses are like, they are known for their like shimmer, duochrome, multichrome formulas. Like, they just get them so right. I have been absolutely loving these, and also I got two little singles. I got Oasis and Celestial Glow. Both of these just as like a little wash or something across the eye. Again, I've been using these a ton. I have also been using the regular multi-chromes that are in like the little single pans that you put into a magnetic palette. I have a few of those that I think I'm going to try and mention at some point throughout this month. Like I say, it's just going to be absolute craziness here, but so many of those like newer shades that I got that aren't new to the market, they're just new to me. Just as like a one and done across the eye, bit of bronzer, big wing, obviously. Everyday look for me. Really just, I love a glam. I love a glam. So, also, side note, my nails have been a favourite this month. This is pumpkin spice with a chrome powder over the top, which is called Spectrum. I've had so many compliments on these nails, like in my real life. A lady stopped me in Tesco a couple of days ago and was like, I need to know what that nail is. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know. I had to like ask my nail gal. I was like, what was the chrome powder called? And it's Spectrum. So, back on track. The next video that went live was, I was testing out new makeup from a few different brands, but it was mainly I was wanting to try out these 3 base products from the Beauty Crop. And if you saw that video, you will know that I had to take it all off and start again because it was an absolute disaster. But the primer, I like this, but not under makeup. I like this, but not as a primer, which sort of goes against the name, I'm aware, but just stick with me. I like this sort of all over the skin, and then if I'm just gonna do like what I usually do for an everyday look, which is just a bit of concealer, a bit of like powder products on the skin, I like the way this feels. I like that it's an SPF 45. I like the product, but it just does not work under foundations. So many foundations that I've tried with this, it just absolutely says no, and it just all peels off and turns into an absolute mess. So I don't use this if I'm going to be using foundation. I will use this if I am just doing a bit of concealer and not very much else, like just for an everyday. But it's really strange to call this a primer when it doesn't work with any foundations that I have, but I do like it as an SPF, and I do like that it's SPF 45. But calling it a primer, I feel, is a little bit of a stretch because it just doesn't work really under makeup. I probably wouldn't even use that one if I was going to be using like cream bronzer and cream blush and stuff, because I feel like even that would be enough to make it go a little bit funky. But aside from that, I do think that it's nice as long as you're not wanting to put basically any makeup on over the top of it. These two, however, the Dewy Bounce Radiant Skin Tint, I like this. I don't love it. I wouldn't recommend it. It's fine. I have a lot of other skin tints that I prefer over this one. I don't think that this is anything revolutionary. I don't think that this is great, basically. However, I've really been enjoying the concealer, the Dewy Bounce Radiant Concealer. This shade is definitely too light for me, like even as like a brightening under the eye sort of a thing. Definitely too light, like too fair for my skin tone, but I really like the way that this looks. It's definitely radiant, it's definitely glowy, it's definitely a light coverage. Like, I have been wearing this primer with this over the top. I do give myself some time in the middle for this to like properly sink in. Like, I will wake up, I will put this on, and then I will go about my day for like half an hour, and then I will come and do like my makeup and everything, because I feel like giving that more time to sink in is definitely beneficial. But this I've used over a lot of skincare and I have no problem with it. I like the way that it looks. It's just not a lot of coverage. It's very natural looking, which I appreciate is the vibe that this like whole release was going for. But as a concealer, I do generally like a little bit more, but just for a very natural sort of, you know, not a bright orange glittery wing and false lash sort of a day, I do like it for something a lot more natural. I have also been loving the Made by Mitchell Wave After Wave glittery blue liner. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, let me just show you this colour because it's beautiful. I feel like an orange eyeshadow with a blue wing, that could look cool. I'm going to try and limit the amount of orange eyeshadow looks that I do this month, because I could do 7 million videos on orange eyeshadow looks. I'm not going to put you through that. So the next video that went live, I've got blue all over the back of my hand now, but we move. The next video that went live, I was testing a load of new products from Essence, and There's 3 products that I wanted to talk about that, again, I have really been enjoying. The Flawless Skin Trio Loose Setting Powder. This truly mattifies, truly blurs. I just mix all 3 of the shades in together, which I appreciate is not what you're meant to do. It's got 3 different, can you see? It's got a pink, a lavender, and like a peach. Can you see that? Pink, lavender, peach. So you're meant to like use each one for different things. I just mix all 3 together because of course I do. And just like very lightly with quite a big brush, sort of dust it all over everything. I've worn that for full days at work, and it doesn't dry the skin out. It doesn't like mattify the skin to the point where I don't look radiant anymore, but I feel like it sets everything in really nicely. I'm a very big fan of that powder, and I am a big critic of powder. There's so many powders that so many people like online, and I'm like, not if you've got dry skin, but that's a really nice one. I've really been enjoying it. Also, the Essence Baby Got Bronze Liquid Bronzer. I've been loving this. I mean, can you see how like pinched in that tube is? I have been using this so much. I've really been enjoying it, and I can report that this hasn't spat on me again. If you saw that video where I was testing this, I got covered in brown liquid bronzer. It's not cute, but it hasn't done that again, so maybe it was just like a bit of an air bubble or something that was in the squeezy sponge tip mechanism. But really been enjoying that liquid bronzer. Like I say, I think because in my project pan I've got like cream products, so I have sort of been able to integrate a liquid and it's not been too much of a struggle, but really been loving that. Love the colour, love the way that it blends out. I love that it comes in a few different shades, so you can get one that is right for your skin tone and everything. And the other thing from that video that I just cannot stop talking about, the Essence 8 Hour Comfort Matte Lip Liner. This is in 12 Cushion Talk. I think this is meant to be a dupe for Pillow Talk. I cannot stop using it, and I didn't think that I liked the look of Pillow Talk, the Charlotte Tilbury one. I cannot stop using this. It's just lived out on my table. It's never even made it back. I cannot stop. It's a beautiful, obviously if you are my sort of skin tone, beautiful pinky nude. Very similar, very similar to my previous favourite, which was 4, Rosy Nude. But something about this I have been loving, and this is my favourite formula. I just love it, and I need to do an updated like swatch and try on of all of the new shades that they've just brought out, because I did one a couple of months ago and now it's completely redundant because they brought out a load of new shades. So we'll be doing that maybe at some point this month. Maybe. I'll try. Then the next video that went up for like new products, obviously there was like a couple of weeks in between there, but I was doing other things. The next video that was like a new makeup release, Cosmic Brushes. I love this palette. I love this palette. As I am filming this, I only got this 6 days ago. I have used it every single, this is the first day that I have put makeup on my eyeballs and I haven't used this. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I cannot stop using Fireflies. I knew that that shade would just be me all over. I love it. Oh, and somebody commented on my video, let me find it, because that shade in the middle that I was not able to pronounce, somebody told me how to pronounce it. One moment. So it was Cat Beauty Space Lichen. It's a moss that grows on rocks in forests by water, etc. Thank you, Kat, for telling me how to pronounce that shade, because I was definitely saying lichen and that was completely wrong. I also said that I would compare that palette to Earthy, and I haven't brought it over. One moment. So somebody asked, because I compared this to a few different palettes, and I don't know why I didn't think to compare it to Earthy. Like, of course, it's a green palette. So here I am. I haven't even looked yet, so let me form some sort of thought. Okay, so obviously in cosmic brushes, you are going to be getting those special shades. You're going to be getting the duo and multi-chromes, which you're not going to get in the Earthy palette, but I think all of the mattes can be replicated in the Beauty Bay Earthy. The shimmers can be replicated. It's just the multi-chromes. So if you're not necessarily bothered about the multi-chromes, I think the Beauty Bay, I mean, they're a similar price. I think the Beauty Bay 42 pans go for £25 and the cosmic brushes are 28. So if I just hold these up, you can see, obviously they're both green palettes, but they've got the browny, goldy, bronzy tones and then all of the green tones as well. I think maybe Beauty Bay doesn't have the black that the cosmic brushes one does. I am going to be doing, oh, I've got my hair stuck in that now. Ooh. I am going to be doing more looks with the cosmic brushes undergrowth palette. If you would like to see a video comparing like directly swatches and everything, if I can dupe this palette out of my collection, let me know. I think I probably could. I know that I have a Pastel Roses duochrome that is very similar to Undergrowth, I think. I don't know if I have anything like Fireflies though. I will have to consider that, but if you want to see a video where like I do swatches and show the colours next to each other, I think I'm going to do that this month. That video is just idea has just come to me. I think that would be quite useful, and I apologise for not comparing Undergrowth to Earthy in that video. I don't know why, it just completely went over my head. The thought that a 42 pan palette that is full of green and gold and murky shades would match. Of course it does. Yes. I think if you have Earthy, unless you want those very special multi-chromes, I think you can probably skip Undergrowth. But if you're deciding between the two, I think I would go for Undergrowth because the special shades are so special. So the next video that went up, I was testing out a load of new products from, it was mainly 17 and made by Mitchell. And I've got two products from each brand that I want to talk about. Firstly, 17, the Vitamin Enriched Primer. This is so lovely. If you have dry skin and you need something that almost feels quite thick and hydrating and like it's really nourishing on the skin, and it's that thicker sort of texture, not something serumy, it's really going to leave your skin feeling nourished. I love this. I haven't tried, of course I haven't tried because I only ever buy affordable drugstore makeup. I haven't tried the Bobbi Brown version of this. I have tried the Revolution version of this and I don't like it. I have probably used it, I could count on one hand the amount of times that I've used it, and I just don't like it. This is very different to that, very, very different feeling to me. So if you tried the Revolution one and you're like, maybe these vitamin enriched face base dupes aren't for me, I think that you would probably like this one. I've really, really been enjoying it. And then the other product from 17, I'm wearing this today. I'm wearing this today, but I am also wearing false lashes. The Bigger Better Lash Mascara. When I first tried this, and I tried it on camera, so you saw my reaction for the very first time. I really, really enjoyed it, and I do still like it, But if I show you this wand, look how much product lumps and clumps on that wand. And I love the wand. I love an hourglass natural bristled wand, but I have to spend a little bit of time in the mornings scraping the product off the wand. And if I show you this tube now, you might be able to see how much product is round the top here. If I just put that down, can you see? Like, it's a significant amount of products that you have to scrape off, because otherwise it absolutely just gets stuck to your lashes, and it just takes a lot more time to like then brush it through. You would need like a separate spoolie or like one of those little lash separator combs. I really like it. It lasts very, very well. I haven't noticed any sort of smudging or flaking or anything like that, even when I've worn this for full days at work, but it's not one that I can pick up in the morning when I am in a rush, which generally I am because I always sleep through my alarm, but it's not one that I can use in a rush because I have to spend so much time like scraping the brush wand off. So then in that same video I was testing some products from Made by Mitchell. So this is the liquid blush in Annoying Orange. How incredible is that colour? I love an orange blush, but this is my perfect orange blush. I just love it. I can't stop using this, even though it's coming into autumn and I definitely lean more into berry toned blushes. I have been absolutely loving this blush. And then the other product that I wanted to talk about was the Brow Muck. The wand just gets too much product on it. The wand is too big. I haven't been able to, I've tried to use this a few times, maybe like 3 or 4 times, and every single time I've hated the way that my brows look. It's so messy. The wand is too big, too much product comes out on the wand. I don't feel like it has any sort of hold. I don't know if it's meant to, but I don't feel like it has any sort of, other than the colour, any sort of benefit to it. I still feel like I need tips on how to use this. I need to look up on the Made by Mitchell TikTok how they use this, because your gal's struggling. It says eyebrow texture gel. I don't feel like it adds any texture other than a mess. I don't feel like, again, I'm very picky with powders and I'm very picky with brow gels. If you're looking for a brow gel recommendation, Elf Wow Brow is a 10 out of 10. This is like, would I go as low as to say a 1 out of 10? Like, it's so messy. It's so messy, and I try my best to not be messy. Try my best to be careful with it and not get the spoolie on my skin, but because the spoolie is so big, it's so hard to not get it on your skin. And as soon as that spoolie touches your face, there's very intense colour product on the skin. I cannot get on board with this. The orange blush, however, I absolutely can get on board with. So that is everything. I feel like there weren't that many new releases this month, but the new releases that we've had, so many of them have been incredible. A few of them have been not so incredible, but Undergrowth, 10 out of 10. Orange blush, 10 out of 10. Pastel Roses, 10 out of 10. This bronzer, 10 out of 10. So I would love to know, what products have you been loving this month? What has been your favourite new release from September? I would absolutely love to hear what you have been loving. I would love to hear if any of these have been your favourites as well. I would also love to know if you have any video ideas for this month. Like I say, I'm going to be posting 31 videos this month, so I need a few more video ideas. If you have anything that you'd like to see, any particular looks, any like new releases that are coming out this month, please feel free to let me know, because like I said, I need a few more video ideas and I am working off your recommendations here because I need help. Help. I'm also not going to be sleeping a great deal this month, so if you want to talk to me at 3 AM on Instagram, I will be there. I can guarantee that I will be there. So yeah, let me know if you've tried any of those wild products, what you think of them. Let me know what your favourite product has been from the month of September, and let me know if you have any video ideas, because I am all ears. But until tomorrow, when you're seeing this whole makeup look, thank you ever so much for watching. Bye.